Now it is visible. Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So this is what we are going to learn, that is Java programming. And in this subject, in this course, we are about to discuss first topic, that is Unit 1. In Unit 1, we have a topic called as Introduction to Java. In Introduction to Java, we have some subtopics like history of Java, features of Java, differences between C, C++, and Java, and what is JDK and JRE, and how we are going to write the programs by using types, data types, and what are the operators which are used in the Java programming, and what are the conditional and logical statements, what are the control statements which we use to write a efficient program. So first of all, we will see the subtopic called as history of Java. History of Java. See, in this, are you able to see this slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me continue, because most of them are in mute status, so I can't be sure that everyone is seeing this one. Okay, I will continue. That is, whenever we discuss about Java, first of all, Java, as I said, it is a programming language which is similar to the C, C++ as a programming language. Now, first of all, a computer language is needed to be communicated. So if we want to communicate with the system or any software which we develop, we need one kind of computer language. So the main aim of this computer language is to adapt to the situations which are changing in due course, what we say, in the changing environment. Let us say that in olden days, we have computers where they don't have actual computer languages. They have something like assembly languages, machine languages. So they are hard to understand and hard to write it. So for every programming language, the two important aspects are every programming language has to adapt to the changing environment and how they are going to be used. And the second point, it is mentioned as it should add improvements over the others. Let us say that when we are adding some features, when it is started, whenever any program is started, we are not sure that according to that trend, it will work out. It will be sure that according to that situation, it will be working out. But after 2 years or 3 years, if that language is not able to adapt to the situations or adapt to the user needs, then there is no use of writing such kind of programming languages. So the main intention here is, first, any programming language, it has to adapt to the situations adapt to the environments they have to be used, and by keeping the additional features whichever are there according to the needs, they should be added. So according to Java, these 2 points are satisfied, that is adapt to the changing environments and as well as implementing improvements in the art of programming. And the development of Java was driven by both in equal measures. As I said, the above 2 points are satisfied by the Java. So in the next point, it is mentioning as Java features are inherited from earlier languages. Try to understand this point. That is, Java features are inherited from the earlier languages like B, C, C++. Now it is Java. So out of these 4 languages, you know C, C++, and now Java, but not about B. So when we come across C, when we see about the language called as C language, that is, when we discuss about Java, we will discuss about the other programming languages, what has been designed earlier. Why? Why we are discussing C, C++ before Java? That must be known. Anyone can answer the question. That is why we are going to discuss C, C++ before Java, not at the start of Java. Anyone, unmute yourself and try to answer this question, either in the chat box. Anyone? Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? Anyone? Unmute yourself, Akila. Try to unmute yourself. Okay, try to answer the question.
All
We are
the
going to
features
discuss.
of Java are inherited from C and C++, so we are learning C and C++ first, then Java.
Okay, inherited, okay. Other than that, is there any particular reason why we are discussing about this thing? Where is Vamshi? Vamshi, are you there?
Sir, yes, sir.
Tell me why we are discussing C, C++ before Java every time.
Because it has inherited the concept of object oriented from C++ and the syntax of C.
Okay, okay. Nice, nice. Inherited from C, C++.
C.
Okay, nice. So as you said, it has been inherited from C, C++, but in terms of the type of programming languages what we use, according to the trends, it is developed. So there is a special purpose why we are discussing C, C++ before Java. The purpose is, if we talk about C language, it is majorly designed for writing or designing applications which are system software. Do you understand? Try to reply me.
Yes, sir.
See, whenever we are trying to learn about C language, it means that we are trying to understand, we are developing a system software based on C language. So C language is designed by Dennis Ritchie in 1970s, as it is mentioned. Before C, we have Basic, COBOL, Fortran, Pascal. These are some of the programming languages. And one of the business-oriented languages is COBOL. So they are specific. That is, they are used for the special purposes. Like Basic, COBOL, Fortran, and Pascal, they are designed for only particular purposes only. Now, coming to the C language, it is a structured and it is efficient and it is a high-level language that could replace assembly code when creating system programs. Now, why we are saying it is an high-level language? Anyone can answer this one? Why we are saying C language is a high-level language? Anyone? Try to answer this question, why we are saying that C language is a high-level language. Mr. Shravan, roll number 7. Shravan? Are you able to hear me? Shravan?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, tell me why we are saying that C
sir.
language is a high-level language. Shravan? Are you able to hear
Because
me?
it will convert the assembly code to machinery code.
Yeah, because high-level language is a human understandable language, as we say. See, whatever we write as what we speak, it is human language, English language, as we say. The medium of language what we speak is English. So whatever we write a code in C language, it is in the form of what we speak or what we write, that is high-level language. And as we said, C is structured programming language. You can see this point, that is C is a structured programming language because it contains functions. It makes the programming very easy to construct, and it is a combination of small parts called as a function. Function is the major advantage to the C programming, and it is designed and implemented by the programmers. So as we say, when we discuss about C, it is replacing some of the programming languages like Basic, COBOL, Fortran, and Pascal, because they are not helping the needs of the users in terms of understanding the system. So that's why C has been invented by Dennis Ritchie, which can be helping the users to understand by writing programs very easily. Now coming to the next one is C++, which is designed by Barnes Stotstrop in 1979. So when we are writing programs in C language, when coming to C language, when we are writing C programming languages, it is hard to understand the control by using some of the features like go-to statement and control structures. If any programmer who is writing a program using C language, make sure that he is writing a code which is not a complex one. Try to write easy code so that you can track the bugs or you can find the errors easily. Let us say that you wrote a program of 100 lines of code and there is an error which has happened in the line 76. So the programmer has to be efficient in tracking the error very easily. Pravalika, Chapama, what happened, Pravalika? Pravalika. I think Pravalika has raised the hand. Pravalika. వినిపిస్తుందా? Pravalika, are you able to hear me? Pravalika? You want me to continue? Pravalika? Tell me, Pravalika. Pravalika? Okay, nice. Let me continue this. There is a signal problem, I think so. Is there any voice problem? Are you able to hear me? Vamshi?
Yes.
Is there any problem in my voice?
Sir, no, sir. Everything is clear.
Everything is clear. Okay, I think Pravalika is raising hand. She has some problem, I think so. Okay. There will be some signal problem. There is some signal problem, I think so. Okay, let me continue this because we have a shortage of time. Let me check out these points. That is, as I said, C programming languages has a better construct and they are called as a structured programming language. While coming to the C++, which is the ancestor, what we say as it is extended version of C language. Why we are saying extended version of C language? Because it is inheriting the properties of the C language, like functionalities, functions, whatever things whatever properties, whatever control statements, whatever data types which we use in C language, they are also available in C++. So, as I said, C++ is an extended version of a C language. See, when we discuss about a particular language, it has its own properties also, its own speciality also. Now, what is the speciality of C++? As I said, C++ is an extended version of C, but it also contains some important and specialty features which are not there in the C language. Now, those are called as object-oriented features. What are they? Anyone can answer this. What are the features which are new in C++?
Classes, objects, operate only.
Anyone? Vamshi, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why we are saying a special feature? What is the special feature which is added in C++?
So classes, objects, encapsulation, inheritance.
Nice.
Dynamic.
These all things come under object-oriented features. So, when we are writing C programs, they are little bit complex in understanding and debugging and finding the errors. So, when we discuss about C++, it adapted to the real world features like object-oriented features. Like some of the object-oriented features like encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance. So these are the real world things, real world features that has been added to the C++ to make the programming more easy to understand. We can say C++ is also a structured programming language. Along with that, we can add object-oriented programming also. So it is adapting or it is adding the features of OOPS. That's why we say it as mixed, that is structured programming as well as object-oriented programming. Now coming to the next point. Now when this actual invention of Java has been started, okay, it has been started in the 1990s at Sun Microsystems. So there are a group of people, group of team members started writing a program or started writing a programming or design a programming language with C++ by adding some kind of intelligence to some of the systems like, as I mentioned here, toasters, washing machines, and VCRs. So what is this one? So adding intelligence to the machines. So machines has to understand what is the reality. So for that purpose, the group of people tried to write a programming language which can adapt it to any machines, any programming, any software. So this is the reason that the Java has been started. This is the first step where Java has been started there. When we come across the drawbacks of the C++, C++ is powerful, as I said, but it is also dangerous, as it is mentioned. So dangerous means it is not too much. And C++ is popular because of high-end use of the pointers. So pointers are the concept which has been major advantage to any programming language like C, C++. And one more thing, when we are using pointers in a proper way, then only the programming can be very safe. If you are not writing a program with a safe technique while using the pointers, then it will lead to some kind of program crashing also. And it may release the memories. It may leak the memories and hard to delete that also. And one more thing, whenever you are dealing with any programming language, it has to be strong enough. It is strong enough so that it can't be easily crashed. Let us say that if you are writing a program using a C++, let us say that there is mistake happened while referencing any memory using the pointers, then it will crash your system or the program itself. So make sure that everything goes well and try to use the pointers in a better way, in a proper way. So anything, as I said, robust is one of the feature that is needed by any programming language. Okay, let me go to the next point. Next slide. So a programming language which is designed or created by the team members of Sun Microsystems, initially it is called as OAK, O-A-K. O-A-K. Okay, there is a failure. There is a technical problem right now I am facing. So I will stop here. I will continue in the next class. Vamshi, are you able to hear me?